So I did a 15-day water fast. Bing. And I did it. Actually, I will probably do the title as a 14-day or a 2-week fast because that's probably what most people would just normally do. Me being me, of course, add that extra day. Why not? So, this is just mainly to let you know what you're going to expect to see. Basically, I recorded on the second day of the fast, and then I also recorded on the fifth day of the fast because the fifth day is when what I call the fast zone kicks in, and you get very energetic and wanting to get a lot of stuff done. And then lastly, you're going to see my recap of how it all went, what the results were, pictures of the results, and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, Waterfest. Hi there. Okay, so another weight loss journey for Colleen. Um, this time around, it's going to be a water fast. Many reasons why I decided to do that rather than any other method is because I just want to get it knocked out, plain and simple. And I think I can also help people with that journey too. Um, those that have followed my HCG journey, the only reason why I didn't go on that is because I didn't want to wait for getting the shipment. That's all, really. Really, for the most part, I guess I should say. For a while there, I didn't go back on HCG just because there were things in my life, food or drink wise, I didn't want to have to omit. But now I'm at the stage where I now I'm going to omit everything. Go figure. Um, the other thing that's going to be different is I have a friend that basically she asked me to not weigh myself prior to the fast. And her reason was because she was concerned that it would just bum me out too much. Um, but what I do have is prior to this week, I started yesterday, July 15th, um, before my birthday, which was last Saturday. I was trying to do a fast, and I flat out I failed. So, but because I thought I wasn't going to fail, I weighed myself and I measured myself. So I at least have that as my baseline. It may not, as far as on the weight scale, it might be not perfectly accurate, but I would say that well, I think it'll be close enough, basically, because me sharing this isn't going to be necessarily because of me stepping on the scale every day and then giving you the result of each day. Even though I know a lot of you would like that, I know I would like that too. But I made this promise to my friend, and I figured, okay, I'll think outside of the box and be different than what I would normally do when I'm on a journey. But what I am going to share about is the changes that happen because of the water fast. Because basically, too, um, it's going to help flush out a lot of toxins. It's going to put me in ketosis, obviously. And also, too, there's a certain amount of days that you have to do a fast until you hit what I call is the zone, where then you don't, you know, you like seeing something that you like to eat might like go, oh gosh, that would be nice to have. But it's not like you've got those like ravenous hunger pangs. I call them pangs. Some people call them pains. I call them pangs. And also, too, you get actually a ramped up energy, and you want to organize and you want to clean and you want to in my I call it wanting everything to be in order, like everything has to be in place. And sometimes when you had something going on in your life where you feel like you kind of started not caring about having anything in place, it's kind of nice to kind of do a reset and get everything back in order. The weight gain that I've experienced, I basically attributed it to a job situation went totally like crackers, and there was a lot of stress involved because of it. And I also premised or basically put that out that I think that's one of the reasons this all happened is because, and it really came to to light when I took before shots. Um, so I could show you the at least pictorially, is that a word? Pictorially, the before and then the after of the fast. And really, the majority of where I'm holding the weight that I've put on is all in the belly. And so, from what I've researched about belly fat, they say stress, the cortisol, and all that is determining a big factor. And I also want to show, because they also talk about hormones and women of a particular age and all that. So I also want to hopefully show that by doing what I'm going to do, it can get turned around. You can go back to having a flat belly. So that is also my goal. Now, I started yesterday, which is July 15th, and I plan on doing this fast till the end of July. So that's the plan. And since I'm not going on the scale, I'm not going to know where I'm gauging as far as on the scale weight, but of course I'll be able to tell with clothes. And probably when I get closer to the end of July, then I will start trying on jeans and where when I knew what they fit like prior to all this, and or maybe didn't even fit at all, to be honest with you. We can see where I'm at now after the end of July. If it looks like I would like to go down some more, mainly just because of certain jeans I really love to wear, and I want to make sure I can get into them comfortably. Uh, I'll have to make a decision on that, and at that point, we'll do a reset as far as how I go about the water fast or a different type of method. I actually originally was going to try like basically a bone broth fast. And I did do a couple of reviews on different bone broth brands. Try saying that three times twice. But it didn't. The reason why I was going to go on that was that everybody was saying that when you're on that, you're feeling so much more satisfied. And I just wasn't getting that. I still was ending up eating even after I'd have my serving of my bone broth. So, and I'm not slamming bone broth. There's a lot of other benefits behind it, and I think it's probably is something good to incorporate into your diet. But since I had to kind of land on one particular type of fast, and I wanted to go with one that I know that has worked for me in the past, and that I felt comfortable with too. So that's why I'm going with the water fast. And I will just, like I said, keep you updated on uh, what else I'm doing. I still walk the treadmill twice a day, 30 minutes each time. Um, I haven't been as active except for that up until this time because of just the stress and trying to do more things on the computer to try to see if I could supplement my income in other ways besides the job that I currently have, and who know, all that stuff. So anyway, enough of the rambling, but this is what my start's going to be. And I'm probably not going to vlog every day, and or maybe I will. Who knows? Let's see how I feel. But I will, whenever I know that there's some kind of a change, something that I know would be beneficial to help share with you, that's what I'll do. Like the day that I hit the zone that I just know I'm in it and I know like, boom, it's there. Or like the day that I know, boom, I'm definitely in ketosis, then I will share it. So so if you decide to do this, you kind of get a feel of time frame of when to expect the the ray of hope during this time, so that you're not being concerned that you're going to keep feeling hungry, um, or that or you're going to lose energy, or you're going to feel lethargic, or any of those things. Okay, that's it. I'll stop. Thank you so much. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so very quick update. Um, so I started on Monday, the 15th. Tuesday, I took the before pictures. I started getting obsessed with checking for ketosis because I had some keto strips from prior, and it kept registering just like this weird color. It was kind of just gray, which isn't anywhere near the spectrum of the ketosis levels. And then watching everything about, fasting or doing keto diet, it's all about getting in ketosis. And so since I'm not weighing myself this time, it was just really making me bonkers not being able to have something to gauge. So I ordered more ketosis strips and they came today. And I did take a picture showing my strip alongside the colors right after I peed on it. But when you just save it, fades. So I didn't vlog right away after doing that. So I'll just throw the picture in when I edit this video. But basically, when you look at the purple, I'm the moderate right here. Which, no, I'm sorry, take that back. Well, I'll just say I'm between the moderate and the darker, probably more the moderate. Probably, let's just say moderate just to be on the safe side. Um, like I said, I have a picture, so we'll compare when I put the picture up. The other thing I did is I also have added taking a scoopful of collagen, collagen peptides, just to help have some protein in my system, and also collagen has got a lot of benefits. So I figured that'd be good to do. And as well of that, I already told you I drink the Calm, which is a magnesium supplement. I like to have that in the evening because it's kind of like fizzy and flavored. So I feel like it's kind of like a treat to have rather than just water. One of the days I did have some tea, but only some. I poured myself a glass and I really basically just kept going back to the water, which wanting water a lot is also another sign that you're in ketosis. Again, good thing. But I really was waiting for that, where I get kicked into the zone of wanting to be organized and get things done and not be so cranky. Today was the day. It kind of started yesterday, but I was still cranky. Actually, I got really cranky. Cranky to the point where I felt really bad for my family because I was just really, but now it's good. Can't say that I'm not 100% hunger free. Um, and like I said, the first one, you still kind of want stuff if you smell something or you see something that you know that you normally would like to have. Um, but I've just really gotten kicked into that industrious stage. And this is why I'll give you the example. I could tell I'm just like organizing or picking up after things that I normally would just go, oh, whatever. But also, too, I've already planned out a project for this weekend because today is Friday now. So I've been on it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's my fifth day, and um, I went out and I mowed the lawn, the back lawn, this evening. I ran out of daylight to be able. Well, no, I ran out of battery to be able to actually hedge properly with the weed whacker. So I have the battery charging, so I'll be able to finish that tomorrow. And I am looking forward to getting up like super uber early, like at dawn, to start the project I want to do in the front yard. And again, it's a project that basically I've looked at it for quite some time now and talked about it with my husband quite some time now. Um, and just I would look at it, it just seemed like it was just like too grandiose for me to have to wrestle with. But I got the weed block, I got the weed killer, I've got the bark. I know what I want to pull out in the flower beds that looks atrocious. So that's my plan. I'm going to get up super early and I'm going to get out there and I'm going to get knocked down the stuff I want to get knocked down, get rid of kill the weeds that I want to kill, get that weed block down on there, get the bark on there, and have a nice clean look. And it's funny because I was telling my neighbor that that's what I would plan on doing tomorrow because he actually mentioned to my husband about kind of how it was looking a little overrun in that particular spot because it's like right next to their property as well. And we're not bad neighbors. We're good neighbors. I like to do what the neighbors would like. And actually, when I was talking to him about it today, I mentioned to him that I haven't liked how it looked for some time too. And he's like, oh, no, it's really nice. It's just there's a little bit of grass growing in amongst the stuff. I'm like, no, I really don't like it. It's going right now. And it was nice. He offered to help me, but I said, no, it's fine. That's why I'm out also trying to do it super early in the morning because I really don't like people seeing me do stuff out in my front yard. I don't know. It shouldn't matter, but I don't know. I don't know. I would rather do it, without an audience. So I did that. Now back to what you probably really want to know. But this gives you the idea of like how kind of ramped up your energy level gets because now you can tell I'm talking faster. I'm like what I want to do. But the other thing I just added, but I just added it just today, was Borage Seed Oil, which is GLA, and CLA. CLA? I believe it's CLA. I had meant to have the two supplement containers so I could show you, but I could do that next time because I remembered that that was again another supplement that when I did my last weight loss journey, my bigger one. my bigger one, that it really helped with fat release. So I thought this is a good time to do it because everything I've been reading about ketosis and fasting, that getting yourself into ketosis and maintaining it, a lot of it is like actually taking in some fat. So I've been making sure I've been taking my MCT oil that is derived from coconut. I've been taking that. I just take a little shot. Like I take it in the morning, and then usually sometime in the afternoon, I'll take another shot. And who knows? Maybe down the line, I might make it a 3 times a day situation. Because I just know it's really good for me too. So I think I've given you all the updates. Like I said, because I can't give you a weight update. I promised my friend I wasn't getting on the scale. Um, but I definitely am getting industrious. That's for sure. And kind of works out really well because um, my significant other, my husband of like very many years, he went for having a little bro weekend with his friends. So this way, I'm able to get things done without him saying, "Oh, honey, no, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, honey, no, don't do that." Instead, I just get it done and get it done. All right. So I told you it was going to be short, and it ended up not being as short as I hoped. But I just wanted to give you a quick update. And then, yeah. So maybe I'll take some pictures of my project. I'll take the pictures of before I started and then after. So you can see just how um, someone can be when they are fasting. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so I am going to now do my recap about my 15-day fast. Um, and what's going to be interesting about this recap is that I have not watched fully the 2 days that I did record during the fast, which was on the 16th of July and the 19th of July. Because, like I think I said on one of my other vlogs, but let's just concentrate on the 15-day fast now, shall we, gentlemen and ladies? Um, I could tell when as soon as I hit the zone where I just wanted to get things done, it was like taking the time to sit and record was just, for my brain, was not an option. So, but like I said, I was really good about doing notes. But because I did notes, I've kind of glanced at them before starting this recording, but then I'm going to probably stop the recording and then look over some more notes and then do another recording, but then piece it all together. So when you're watching this, if it's not super smooth, okay, deal with it because I just want to get this done. All right, so basically, yes, on the 15th I started and I made sure I did all my measurements. The only problem was, and it's not really a problem. It's just I feel bad when you want to really know like the like absolute positive end result is that I was so downtrodden about where I had gotten to weight wise right before finally mustering up the strength and willpower to do this 15-day fast. My friend, while on the phone with me while I'm crying, basically made me promise her that I would not weigh myself before I started because she didn't want me to be depressed going into it. And I understood that and I honored her promise, but at the same time, I knew also going in that I'd be bummed that I wouldn't have that baseline to be able to then, when I was done, know it for myself and also tell you as well. So sorry about that. I mean, I know a weight that I was uh, earlier in the month. I had weighed myself on the 5th of July, but honestly, people, I could tell. I could tell I was even heavier than that when I started the 15-day fast. So, all right, but we're past that now, aren't we? All right, so anywho, so basically, when I look through my notes here, um, like I said, I recorded on the 16th. So let's see if I said about anything about that. But then in my notes for the 17th, it basically was talking about the fact that yes, I was still hungry. Yes, I was cranky. I did have some ketosis keto sticks that I had for a while. But when I looked on it's kind of like a bottle, kind of not anybody that uses though, it like snaps shut, so it's supposed to be like airtight. Um, Even though it said it wasn't supposed to have expired, every time I was peeing on it, I was just getting like kind of this weird, funky gray color. So I went ahead and then I ordered another a different brand, a brand that actually I had used in the past that I knew I had liked. Um, and so once they came on the 19th, and that was another day that I actually did record. So I probably talk about the keto stick, I bet. But um, but that's where I could tell, yes, I was definitely in ketosis. It was doing the nice purple color, and I took a couple snapshots of that. Of course, my daughter went, ew, why are you taking a picture of a stick that you paid on? But sometimes people want to know these things. And also on the 19th is when I also added back in the supplement, the GLA and the CLA supplements. They're both an oil based supplement, but they really help your body release fat. So I you know, incorporated those into my plan of not eating, and also lots of water, and also the collagen peptide supplement. I would usually try to take that kind of like in the afternoon, like when you're kind of getting the afternoon hunger pang. I still call them pangs. Other people call them pain. I call them pangs. Um, and it would kind of help fill me up. Same with the MCT and apple cider vinegar shot, like a little tiny. It's not even a. It's so cute. It's actually a little, really super teeny tiny sundae glass from some restaurant somewhere from way back when. And but I was basically just do like a shot of those two together, and I drink it down. And again, that also helps with the hunger pangs. Plus, MCT is very good for your digestion. AVC, apple cider vinegar. Oh, I said that wrong. ACV, apple cider vinegar. It's got all kinds of great benefits that everybody knows about now. And it's so funny because actually, when I was cleaning out a drawer, I came across one of these little tiny books. They don't even make them anymore. When I was a kid, there was always these little tiny books that were at the grocery store checkout area, and it was always about different like hot trendy things. Then because back then people would still actually buy little books about hot trendy things. There wasn't YouTube or anything. So one of us was about the benefits of apple cider vinegar. So I grabbed it. I should have shown it to you in this thing. Maybe I'll grab it if I have to stop the recording, or take a picture of it and I'll put it at the end, which is just, it's just kind of like nostalgic. This little index book. I forgot they used to call them they used to call it something, but I was just a kid. Um, so obviously my mom probably bought it, and then after she bought it, it just like stayed around until came the day that I inherited it and just socked it away and thought it was fun. Okay, but now on to the 20th, which was very pivotal. The 20th was a Saturday. That's when, and I'll tell you what's really interesting about all of this is that going into this fast, literally, literally, folks, either if I would talk to other people about doing yard work or different things around the house, or even if I just thought about of how I used to do it, I literally, honestly, bona fidely thought that those days were done. They were gone. My body would not be able to do it any way, no how. But I had gotten this whole wild thing of what I wanted to get done with the front of our yard. Um, there was this particular bush that the neighbor next door was kind of nicely suggesting that we could do something about that area because it wasn't looking very good. I took before and after pictures. I even did a little bit of video about it. And then, really, as time has gone on, I've kind of thought, I could add this to the vlog, but I really don't think you guys care. Basically, all you care about is that I had a really crappy looking area in my yard, and I had so much energy and stamina that I got it done. Now, I have to say, though, I'm not that spring chicken anymore. I wish I was. So I was extremely sore after that day. Extremely. I mean, to the point where it was really scary. I mean, when you're trying to walk and you're having to try to grab things as you're walking, to make sure you don't just like keel over. Because I was out there from like as soon as I could see light, like just a little bit after dawn, and I didn't get done that day until rolling on to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the only breaks I took was just to like grab some water, and I would sit on a chair while I drank the water, and then I'd put the water back in the refrigerator and then go back into working on it again. And that's where that day actually I went to a place that does cryotherapy sessions, and I did one of those, and I recorded that too. So I'm gonna have a separate vlog about that experience. Um, and it made me feel a lot better. But when I got home, it did, some of the achiness did start to creep back in. So then I also did a detox bath. I've talked about the detox bath before too, where you take the Epsom salts and the baking soda, and you soak in the bath for 20 minutes. That definitely helped with my soreness as well. But now what's funny is that there was other things I wanted to get accomplished on Sunday, and I was just hoping and praying that by Sunday I would be able to move well enough to get those things done. I got up super early that morning too, and well, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. Not as super early. I got up actually at 7:30. That's not super early. That's pretty average for most people. Um, and so I did the yard from the time that I was able to roll on out there, and I did it until looks like I did it till like about 2:30. 2:30. Now, this is where everything stopped as far as my treadmills. I usually always do the treadmill twice a day without fail, 30 minutes per session. Um, Between the soreness and then after the soreness, then I was just already now super full blown into that zone where all I kept thinking about was just all these labor intensive projects that I wanted to get accomplished while I was in that zone. So I figured I was definitely burning enough calories and lifting and everything, enough things that I was doing plenty enough exercise with all the projects I was doing without having to deal with the treadmill. So I just was doing all of that. So I just kept continuing with checking the keto stick. I got a little too obsessed with the keto strips because it seemed like almost every time I peed, I wanted to like see where I was at. Um, I don't know, kind of stupid. I mean, once you're in the nice dark purple, you should be happy that you're in the nice dark purple. Um, Again, plenty of water, lots of water. Uh, Really, the only downtrack of it is that it. I mean, you still like if you smell food, of course, you kind of especially if it's a food that you really enjoy. Of course, you miss it. You miss being able just for the taste of it and everything. But as far as it being a thing where it takes over you. That doesn't sound right. But to where you just like can't stay on your fast. You just get in this zone where you're able just to kind of move on without it. But at the same time, because you start really doing things quickly and thinking very quickly, you're just not on the same level as everyone around you that are just nice and calm. Maybe a little sluggish from eating, like snacking on the starchy things and whatnot. They're just more, living life, you know. And you, on the other hand, at least me, uh, I'm just like supercharged, and you get like just a little impatient with people, and so you have to really work on dialing it back. Remember, not everybody's in that same mode that you're in, and you know, just go with the flow. It's okay, you know. Actually, during those times, I try not to ask people to do stuff for me because if I do, and then if they're not doing it the way I want them to do it, then that's not good. That's not good for anybody. All right, so so I'm kind of glancing at all this stuff, and just long story short, I mean, I was mowing yards and weeding and moving big rocks around and um, lifting things that I didn't think I could lift anymore, and yeah, I was sore at times, but it was still all worth it. And then we go on into, actually, I'm just giving up. I'm going to put some readers on so I can see something here. All right, so just because I'm thinking I just would rather just, you could fast forward me instead of me having to worry about, um, stopping the vlog and then getting it started up again. Did a lot of the detox baths, and actually, my daughter taught me a great suggestion because I'm not a good just sit and chill person. Can you tell? So she said, Mom, just set up your laptop so you can watch videos while you're soaking. So I did. I thoroughly enjoyed many Prince concert while I was soaking. Yes, I'm an avid Prince fan and damn proud of it. All right, so let's see. And I kind of vacillated. I would get up anywhere between 3:36 in the morning, maybe 4:20 or 4:32 in the morning, most of the days. And most of the times when I would wake up, I would have BMs, and sorry TMI, but they were of course not so solid because there wasn't anything in there to be solid. Um, but if anybody's worried, if you're not going to have a BM, don't worry, you'll be fine. Um, All right, let's see here. Da, 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 da. All right, so let's move on because I'm getting to my last day. All right, so basically, like I said, since I wasn't able to weigh my weight loss, I can only go on what my weight was on the 5th of July. And so basing it on that, I basically lost like about 15 pounds. But I still honestly think I lost more than that because, like I said, I'm sure I weighed more than the weight I was at on the 5th of July on the 15th. Now, as far as the the loss for inches, um, let me get this here so I can show it here. I could have swore I wrote it down as far as the complete full amount of the inch loss. But basically, uh, okay, so my loss for my upper bust was 1 1/4, and my bust I lost 1 1/2, and my under bust, that's like just right around the rib cage area, um, I lost. Listen to this, 3.5 inches there. Yay. And then I call it upper belly, but it's really what I consider the waist. And this is what's really cool because I think I also talked, I pretty much remember I talked about this when when I did my first vlog on the 16th about I really want to see if I could lose the belly fullness, belly fat fullness. Okay, so where it was, where my waist was 6 inches, awesome. Belt around where my belly button is, I lost 5 inches. My underbelly, which I consider like not your hip, but not where your belly button is, just the midway point on that. Unfortunately, for the before, I did not measure it, so I just have a sad face for the before. But uh, underbelly, so I don't know how much I lost on that, but my underbelly afterwards was 34.5 inches. Hip bone, I lost 3.5 inches. My butt, I lost 1 1/4, which, okay. I mean, butts are actually kind of in right now, so I don't want to have a flat one. I want to have some little perk. All right, so let's see. And then left thigh, the upper half, I lost 1 1/4. Left thigh lower half, I lost 1/2 inch. Right thigh upper, I lost 1 inch. Right thigh lower, it looks like I kind of like stayed the same, but I had this big question mark, like, huh? Why would that be? But I think it's probably either I didn't measure in a correct area, or it could really be all that labor I did, that labor intensive stuff. Maybe I built some muscle up there. Who knows? Left calf stayed the same. Right calf, I stayed the same. Again, I think probably those areas stayed the same because of uh, just being active with so much I was doing with the lifting and everything. Arm, I lost 1 inch on both sides, 1 inch. So that was that. Okay. So my ending weight was 134.7. So I did rebound some before I started doing my 3 day challenges. But I think I also said this in the beginning of my recording when I started this 15-day fast, that I knew I wasn't going to be dialing back slowly like you're supposed to. Because another reason why I wanted to stop when I wanted to stop and not keep going was because originally I was trying to be really good and do a fast prior to my birthday in July, and I never got my act together. So it wasn't until after my birthday on the 15th that I started the loss. And then the reason why I wanted to stop it right after my physical was because I had two birthday special, like they give you like a free dinner for your birthday. I had two of them that were going to expire like ASAP. So obviously I had to use them because I'm a cheapskate and I don't want to leave a free meal behind. So I went out to eat. So obviously, for those of you that don't have that pressing needing to go out to eat, do it right and eat clean for a few days. Be nice to your digestive system. Be nice to your body in general. Be nice to the new weight loss you've just had, and eat clean so that it can now set point that weight to be something that can be long lasting for yourself. don't do a Colleen move when it comes to that. Uh, so anyway, there's my lecture for that. Bam. All right, so there's that. And what else was I going to say? There was one other thing I was thinking of when I was talking about that little portion of it about. Oh, and also too, a friend of my friend, the same friend that made me promise that I was not going to weigh myself. She bought me a healing uh, for my birthday. So she basically had it to where a lady that does healings. We basically did a Zoom conference call, and she cleared out all kinds of stuff from my spirit self, um, so that things would be better for my life. And I am going to at least screen capture. I might either pull a little segment because she recorded the whole thing and sent it to me, and it's really boring to watch. And she warned me it would, because a lot of it is she would ask me a question, and then she closes her eyes, and then she just like, I guess, gets in touch with the realm, and then clears out whatever she needs to clear out. And then she'll like open her eyes and just explain to me what she did. But there was just a lot of just silence. But what really blew me away is my whole life, unless I've been, quite overweight, is I have very high cheekbones. So when I'm at a lower weight, they are very pronounced. It was funny. I actually even went to like a doctor one time. I took it for a consult. Like I had nothing done, and these ladies were coming in that had something done, and they're like, "Oh, I know you have done it already because look at those cheekbones." And I'm like, No, that's just me." And if you ever see my brother too, same thing. He's got the really high cheekbones. It's just something in that side of our family. But anyway, back to this healing. The reason why I want to add at least a picture, if not even like just a snippet of the recording, is that I was blown away at how puffy my face was. It was like, it just so did not look like me. I was just like, what? Like, where did that lady come from? So, but then when I got done with the 15 days, but I hadn't vlogged yet about it because I'm now doing it now, and it's August 15th. The whole month went by. Um, but then I started to look at the vlog I did about the bone broth fast, and I saw how I thought, wow, my face looks so much thinner. It's like, what happened? Well, because I fasted, that's what happened. Um, so I think now it's kind of settled down. Like it's not as thin as it was at the beginning of the bone broth fast, or because that was like almost like rolling right after the 15-day fast. Um, I think because the collagen of the bone broth and those factors, it's helped kind of put it just in a nice spot, so to speak. Um, yeah. So all right, that's it. This is kind of pretty long, but there was a lot to push in there. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just split it up. I'll split it up and I'll just have a separate vlog for the second day of the 15-day fast. So you could just watch that. Then I'll have a separate vlog for when I hit on the 19th and where my mind and body was at that point. And then I'll do this as the recap for, the whole banana. Um, so you can like see the before and after pictures that I took. You can see my lovely keto stick, which probably if I talk about it on the recording for the 19th, I'll go ahead and I'll add that beautiful picture on that one. Yeah, so there you go. And thanks for putting up with me. And again, if you enjoy this, you like the information, if I can help in any way, if I'd appreciate definitely comments. Please try to stay as positive as you can. Things that I don't do correctly, I try to be as upfront about it as possible so that you understand that I know I could be doing it differently. I would love for you to subscribe. I do try to keep it as entertaining as possible because I know I'm a nut, um, especially when I'm in scroll mode. So, yes. And can you do a like? That'd be nice too. All right. So, thank you so much. And I'm glad I got this part done because I didn't want another month to go by and not do it. And if you ever like travel on over to my other channel that is when I did my HCG journey, yes, there may be a time and place when I'll decide to do HCG again. I just know that when I have done it since the brunt of my actual journey, I never really had to do a full 21 days. And I know technically you're supposed to do it whether you need to lose the weight or not. So I always felt kind of like a cheater when I'd go on it because I would only end up doing it like maybe for 14 days, or 10 days. And then I was at the weight that I liked. But I have to say, must admit that when it comes to the actual numbers on the scale that I've always liked the most, it really has been HCG that's gotten me there. It really has. So I'm not being a, what's the, not being a traitor to HCG at all. Um, I never have believed in having to pay the exorbitant amount of money that the clinics charge for it. That's for sure. Um, but I do also understand if people don't feel comfortable doing it themselves and they want to be monitored doing it, then, kudos to you. So, anyway, just stick with me and we'll see where I go, right? All right. So, thanks so much again. It's done. The recap for the 50-day fast is done. Now I just have to edit it and get it up there. All right. Thank you. Bye.